Hello everyone, I am NightFox, and welcome to my RPG world. So, today, as kind of like a prologue, because I've already started all of this stuff right here, so we'll call this the prologue, if you will. I'm going to be introducing a new series, who knows how long it'll last, but I figured if I feel up to it, I might as well try and track my progress in this world. But yeah, so this is my RPG style world. It's called Three Gems, and we'll go into the story as we make it through. So to do a quick summary here, Three Gems is a RPG world that I've been building for about, I'd say, 5 months-ish, on and off. And basically, what we are starting with is this is a Nordic inspired village where the main character spawns in, and you kind of progress through the tutorial phase, if you will. So basically, you'll spawn in this house, you'll go and open up your things. I don't know how much detail I'm going to get into with all the questing and stuff like that, because this is more so a RPG world that I'm designing for my friends to kind of play in. So I'm not sure I'm going to go through too much of the story, but it's more so to see all the cool builds, because I kind of use this as an excuse to build like a game within a game, and then also make up like a little story and, make cool builds and stuff. But yeah, so right now we are currently actually towards the end of the building process for the starting area. So all that remains at the moment, at least, is finishing up the village entrance, which is going to be in this, what do you call this? In this, like, cavern area where you do your basically, like, starting quest. And this is going to be where you take the village exit key and go make your way down into the spider-infested caves, which is going to be right down below here. So, as for today's episode, I think since it's basically the equivalent of the prologue and the first episode, I'm just going to show off some of the things that I've done here, and then we will possibly get some work done on the village entrance. We'll see. I just kind of want to get things started here because I'm not too far in where I don't feel comfortable enough starting like a little like series here, so that way I can track. But I'm also like pretty decently far in for the starting, so much so that I'm like almost complete like the major things in the starting area. So as for the first area, this is the main village area. It's not fully complete. A lot of details I'll add as I go. Some details just don't need to be here at the moment, like I'm eventually going to have to come in and place a ton of snow and detail this all up so it's a snowy mountain village. But yeah, so this is the starting village. We have just a few houses here. These are just standard houses. This is the house that you spawn in. I do plan on doing interiors for a few of these houses to make them a little bit lootable. But as for now, we're going to not focus too much on the interiors and more so just on progressing through this general story and just getting some cool builds done. We also have this little like blacksmith and market area. This is like the general goods store. This is part of the main quest where you'll come in here and you'll purchase your first set of gear and whatnot. Moving on from there, we have this little bridge here that leads over a little river that flows down the mountain into this little, like, I don't know what you call this. Say, just like a little pond, I guess. Don't mind the chicken. That's going to be killed soon. Over here is a goat farm. What are the goats doing? Okay. So, beyond whatever the goats were doing in there, this is going to be just their main source of food besides wheat. So there's their protein, there's their like carbohydrates, grains, whatever. And then over here is just another few houses and then the village chief's house. And this is where you're going to spend most of your time. I don't have mods installed on this. I really should get some mods to do NPCs and whatnot, but I'm lazy. And for right now, kind of just consider this all placeholder stuff. So this is the main exit for the village here, and after completing most of the quest lines, probably won't see this place much more, but this is going to be where you exit and start making your way through the trial. So the trial just consists of basically just lots of parkour. So this whole area is just a little parkour challenge. There's a few little secrets that you can find as you go through, but for the most part it's just parkour. After you make your way fully up the mountain, you'll come up to this part and you'll head up to the museum. So this is the museum left behind by the parents of the main character. It's just a little museum with anything that I thought looked interesting enough to put in here. None of this is like things you can grab and take. But yeah, so this is the museum. You'll get the village exit key here, and then after that, you will make your way back down to the village chief, and after that, you will read a book that was left behind by the main character's parents, and then you'll be off on your journey to become an adventurer. So though I don't have much done for this world just yet, like it doesn't seem like that much, a lot of my time in the past months has gone into lots of terraforming. You've probably seen little sneak peeks, and I don't have any mods to do this. I just place it all by hand whenever I'm feeling up to it. But pretty much most of this mountain on the top layer is all just done by me. I'll come in and I'll do tons of terraforming and whatnot, and sometimes it takes a few hours, but honestly, I really don't mind. You get really good results when you do it by hand, but sometimes I do wish I had some of those mods to make this easier. But yeah, so this is where most of the time has gone in. Just lots of terraforming. Terraforming projects are going to be huge in this world. I really like custom terrain and just making lots of custom like nature and whatnot, so that's where a lot of my time is going to go in this series if I do continue the series. But yeah, so this is the world that we're going to be building up and turning into a kind of playable little building world where I mix building and, you know, aspects of an RPG all together. Am I going to show much of the RPG side of things? I don't really think so, but I do plan on showing lots of building and how I plan to bring this world to life and just give it some, you know, fresh air almost, like just breathe some life into this place. But yeah. So as for future plans of the moment, it's going to be the village exit and spider cave. The backside of this mountain needs to get finished up here as well. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but we can work and chip away at it slowly. Honestly, this doesn't really need to get done as much as I want to continue moving on to story quests or side quests and whatnot. And same goes with this. The general idea that I have for this is going to be like a, I guess you call it ravine, probably. Or like, I think valley. Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's going to be here. I'm going to basically wall off this entire area to separate the biomes better, because I do not want a nice lush forest biome right next to the snow. So I'm gonna take this area, wall it off, and basically do like a big circle mountain right here, mountains going all along and whatnot. This area might be used for something later, like after you leave, you can come down this way and do some little questing around here from, like, I don't know, some like random person in the middle of the snow. But this side we're gonna do also a huge mountainside that spans all the way towards this taiga over here. It's gonna be a very big project, and it's gonna take lots of hours, but in the end, I think it will be very worth it just to make something that's nice and pretty. Lastly, this area right here will be kind of smoothed down, and I'm basically going to try and create the effect after you come out of the spider cave. I want to create the effect that this is like decently far away. So I'm going to try and use some techniques, and I might build up like a little area around here that kind of blocks all of this off from view, and then the rest was kind of gonna slope in on itself, just to give it a little more depth there. But yeah, so that is the main focuses right now at the moment. Um, the next area that I'll be building after this is probably going to be off towards the taiga, and it's going to be a reference from a few of my many attempts at RPG worlds. Who knows? Maybe I'll just actually that's too close. You could travel that pretty easily. I'm thinking. Ooh, that's a nice lush cave. Might use that for something as well. Probably somewhere. Maybe I'll do. Ooh, yeah. It was also in a mega taiga last time I did a build like that in my RPG world. But I'll probably plop a town down here somewhere by the name of Vespernia, keeping it from my old RPG world that I did back on the PS4. It's probably going to be a mining town of some sorts, but yeah. So these are the plans at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to make these videos all fancy and whatnot. I don't even know if I'm going to really go along fully with this, but as I said, I'm going to try and just keep this updated so that way people can see the things that I'm doing and see the builds that I'm making. 'Cause why not? If I'm going to spend all this time, I might as well show it off a little. But yeah, so I'm going to cut this off here, and if I continue on any more building in this video, then I will jump back in a bit. Alright, welcome back everyone. For you guys it's only been a matter of like 2 seconds, but for me it's been like a few days. So, I mean, we made a little bit of progress in my mild will to work on my projects. So right here we have the village exit, which you can acquire the key by doing all of the parkour challenge and climbing the top of the mountain, making your way to the museum. And after you return to the village elder, you will come here, place the key, and then after that, these doors will open, because this is some redstone stuffs. I'm not very good at redstone, but I still try to make some stuff every now and again. But yeah, so this is going to lead into the quote-unquote last trial. So basically, you're going to fall down. You're going to take some damage on purpose. I'm going to fall down into these caves. It's going to be, my design that I'm going for is going to be like a little bit of ice. So there's going to be a bit of ice everywhere, and then some water. And then I want to use dripstone and the stalactites and stalagmites to make some more details here. So you just come through here. I've been carving all of this out with some TNT, and then just kind of like manually molding and making the cave how I feel I'd like it. So yeah, we're just slowly chipping away at this. It's not too much. I decided to add a little like hole right here, and you can see out into the rest of the world, but I don't want people to jump out and start like running free, so just blocked it with some barrier blocks there. And then you go up here, and after we get to this point, this is where I have made it to at this point. So yeah, I guess for episode 1, we're gonna call this a cut. So yeah, thank you for watching the prologue of my RPG world, the 3 gems, and yeah, hopefully I'll continue to make some more of these videos and showcase my progress on this world, and yeah. Anyways, have a great day guys, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next episode. Goodbye.